Welcome back to Gut Plays Minecraft, and today we're working on the Guardian farm. And actually, this is some video that I took a couple weeks ago, and I finally edited it all together. And basically, what I've done here is I kind of made a honeycomb of sand, and to delete the water using the sponges that I found, because I had about 30 sponges. And what I did was, I partitioned the area into, or I partitioned the water using just by dropping sand in lines, and then between the lines I made these 5x5 honeycombs. And as you can see, I still have a bit left to do here. It's gone pretty fast. It's been a lot faster than just replacing everything with sand. But I will say that I like the sponge method a lot better than just using just sand. But I will say this is still a big project, and it just does take quite a bit of time. And I found if I did these 5x5, then what I could do is I could kind of stack up in the middle. And let me see if I can make this a little easier to see here. So what I would do is I would stack up in the middle of the cell here until I get to the top. Well, one block below the water. And then I would just place a dry sponge there on the side. And that would take out half the water on one side, and then this would take out half the water on the other side. And as you see, I mean, it would clean the corners very nicely. If you went down an extra block, it would leave water in the corners. So, yeah, it used more sponges than I would have liked to get to the bottom here. But it really worked pretty well. And then I could just get the sponges as I went down and get the wet sponges. And then, dry them and repeat the next cell. And so after, it took me a couple of days of doing that. And afterwards, here I am. This is the top of the actual Guardian Monument Temple, the underwater monument. And I want to say, man, they did a great job of designing this thing. It looks totally baller, man. It is awesome. It just looks like some kind of weird alien underwater thing. I have no idea who would have built these. I have no idea. Are the Guardians descended from an ancient race of fishmen? I mean, that's what I kind of hypothesized in my HP Minecraft world. I think that this is probably proof that they are. Obviously, they worshipped something in here. It probably was not the. It probably was not the Elder Guardians. I think the Elder Guardians are guarding, right? So whatever beast or lord that they worshipped here has obviously either passed on or moved to another dimensional realm, and the Elder Guardians that are left behind, and then their offspring or degenerate race. Obviously, I mean, it's just clearly obvious. And anyway, I don't think they'll mind if I completely deleted their monument. So this is actually the base floor of the monument, and this is the base floor where the Guardians will spawn, I think. You don't really see them spawning lower than that too often. And as you can see, I got quite a lot of materials here. But yeah, I have a lot of theories about these Elder Guardians. Really, I'm kind of afraid to publish any of them because I think that there may be repercussions. We don't want to raise up any ancient demons or elder gods. And so I think, speculation like that is just really dangerous, and we really just need to avoid it. So anyway, here I am. I've completely cleared out the area, and I've actually built the Guardian fish farm here. This one's not as big as the one I built on my last world. The one I built on my last world had 3 separate tiers inside of it. So it went out 8 blocks, then up 3, then 8, then up 3, then 8, and then went up to the spawning area. But the last world, I mean, you think you want all these drops, and you think you want to get 4,000 items an hour, but you really don't, because it's really difficult for the redstone to keep up with that kind of rate. So what I decided on this world is I can always add another tier later, but I'm going to kind of limit it to just the 2 tiers. So it's going to be, 8, then down, 8, then down, and then the drop in the middle, and then 8 and 8 on the other side. So it's going to be 32 plus 4, 36. 36 wide spawn area by 36 wide spawn area. So that's a pretty good size. It comes out to about 1900 squares of spawning area above at the top. And like right now, I don't even have the top covered. The spawn rate on guardian fish is determined by whether or not there's a open sky above the water that's above them. It's greatly diminished if there's open sky blocks above the water. And yet still I'm getting, several fish a minute, 4 or 5 fish a minute, and they're just dropping down there and dying. So once I put the lid on this, once I put a roof on this, it will greatly increase the amount of fish that are spawning. I don't, we obviously won't get, since it's smaller, we won't get the 4,000 an hour, but I wouldn't be surprised if we were getting like a couple thousand an hour. And even then, I mean, that's really more than you really even need or want. You can easily set this up to AFK. It's just ideal for that. And also I have a free range slime farm going here. So yeah, we're below level 40 here in some spots, and so there's a slime chunk there. I think there's a couple slime chunks involved here, but whatever. So let me show you the inside here. So I'll show you what I mean by 8 by 8. Okay, so what I did was, if you go down here, there's about 5 levels. Then there's a layer of gates, pardon me, of fence gates. And let me light this up a little bit. I'm on a lot of potions here. There we go. And so the fence gates hold the water up, but anything can just pass right through them. So all the fish and stuff that spawn up in there just drop down. And in the corners, I've got the little water things going there in the corners that you do for same ones that you use on the iron farms. And then that way the stuff doesn't get caught in the corner. Everything gets pushed to the middle. So as you can see, there's a 8 plus 8 plus 4. There's a 16 by 16 square in the middle, and then the outside goes out another 8 blocks in each direction, which is how you end up with 36 by 36. And the 4 block drop in the middle just goes straight down. The kill drop is 34 blocks. So as long as they're following 34 blocks at least, they die when they hit the bottom. And that's where I'm going to put the collectors. And there's quite a lot of fish spawning up in the top there. So that's 36 by 36 by 5 blocks of spawning area up there. And they'll also spawn here in the collection water too. So that adds more spawning area. And 5 seems to be enough. I think I could make it taller. But, I do want them to drop through the bottom rather quickly and make room for more to spawn. I don't want to maximize the spawn rate. I honestly don't, just because it's just too much. It becomes problematical for collector things. If you look at my last world, if you want to see, I did get it to work, but I had 4 separate lines going, 4 separate towers, dropper towers going, and 4 separate filter systems going in order to keep up with 4,000 items an hour. Just because of the lag or the tick rate or whatever on the Xbox on the console edition. Anyway, so there's actually the fish farms there, and this is actually a functioning fish farm now. I'm already getting enough fish, and if you just stand at the bottom, you can just collect items by standing there. So it's working really well. Just already. And yeah, I probably spent like a whole week on this. But which, I mean, I didn't spend like 40 hours on it or anything like that. The last time we did this, just using sand to cut to, I'm going to have a little railroad going down here to the collection area. But right now, I just have been digging down here. I'll show you this. It kind of looks like a bunker. I wasn't going to show this, but I'm going to go ahead and show you because it's way in progress right now. But I went all the way down to bedrock. And so it kind of looks like a little bunker down here that I built. And basically, I just replaced anything that wasn't clear stone with stone bricks in kind of a half circular shape. And I think it turned out pretty nicely. It kind of goes with the whole idea of the, being underground or being underwater type thing. And I had to delete, this whole end over here was full of lava. I had to delete quite a lot of it. I've still got a great big pool up here that I'm saving because I can use this as fuel for my furnaces and stuff. And just for smelting and stuff, it'll be pretty good. And as you can see, I've been cooking up some stuff. And there's quite a lot of materials that I've gotten out of here, of course. But as you can hear, the fish are just, they're just falling and dying. And you could just come down here and empty your inventory and stand here. And they actually don't hurt you when they hit. And they don't live long enough to attack you. So you can just kind of stand here and pick up items. And that's actually, pretty decent farming method. But I'm going to put in collectors using hopper systems and chests and everything, sort it and everything, but just not yet. That's going to be for another episode. You can only spend like a week working on a project like this, and then it's like, okay, well, I've got something working now, and it's kind of good enough for now. I'll come back to it later. Like I said in another episode, I'm not going to build the giant fishing rod above this like I did on the last world. I spent like probably a whole week decorating the other one, and I showed it off in one video and hardly got any views, and people would see it and go, oh wow, that's really cool, but it just didn't like really inspire them as much as I hoped. So I'm trying to think of something here to do, and I've actually thought about just building something over the top of the whole farm, like an artificial island, and making it like a volcano or something, which I think would be pretty cool. And I actually might do something like that. If I do, I could have like tubes of lava coming down in here as a light source and things. And that could be kind of cool. It would be like my secret island, super science base or something out of James Bond, from Dr. No. But we'll see. That would be a lot of work, and that'll be something to think about for the future. But as you can see, I mean, I'm already getting a ton of materials out of here. I'm not even trying. So it's pretty good. It's really a worthwhile project, and really know that I'll use a lot of these blocks for constructing stuff. We're already working on the town. We got the stables going. If you saw the last couple episodes, we've got a couple of buildings going in town, and then we're working on another project, Shadow and I, when he's available to get on. Pardon me. Sorry, it's been raining here. Again, I got my allergies are going crazy. Anyway, I hope you liked the episode. If you did, please consider subscribing. Please slap a like on there. It makes my videos more visible to other people. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. See you later.